Adi, the first one, the one without an origin, the one that defined life for the rest of humanity, the one, the Adi Yogi. But remember, I was here first. No one around me. I roamed around alone. No one but me. I had to bump into every rock and jump into every puddle and find answers to questions that never existed before. Not one soul around me. I sat there with my thoughts and thought through eternity. Remember, Aadhi Yogi, because I was thrown here all alone and I had no choice. Kala, the agent of fate, the one that gave mukti to every burning soul, the one that burnt bodies without life, with just a glare, the one that smeared ashes to let people know that ashes are what is left of them, the one, Kal Bhairav. But remember, I couldn't just let flesh rot, so I had to burn them down and keep the place from the foul smell of death, well aware that death was one day coming for me too. I had no place to hide from it. Well prepared, I burnt every lifeless corpse I saw to make sure that I acquainted myself with this reaper of souls that seems to not want anything in particular, just all of existence to cease. Well acquainted to morality, every meal I ate and every sip I drank and every plant I smoked and every breath I took smelled like burnt flesh and reminded me that life was a simple, slow walk towards a massive, ever burning, foul smelling crematory, knee deep, filled with ashes and bones. Well, I am Kal Bhairav. Well, I am Kal Bhairav because at every wake of life I was reminded of death. Nataraja, the one that brought this world some art, the one that danced his heart out, the one that sang for the sake of it, and the one that spoke in the beats of his damaru. Nataraja, the birthplace of art. But remember, I had seen no one dance, but I had to let go and give my heart what it wants because I was constantly jumping my knees and fidgeting with stones I found around if I wasn't mindlessly jumping around. But remember, I could always summon a song and sing my heart like nobody's around because there was really no one around and I had to sometimes sing to myself to sleep since my thoughts were simply too loud to be listened to at night, especially at night. But remember, I made music and danced and drummed and drew murals around the caves. Not one soul around to see, hear, or appreciate it. Nataraja, the artist, without an audience. Mahadev, the icon of humanity, the unbiased, the undisputed, the indispensable. Mahadev, the template to which every soul should live up to. But remember, always in denial, I have refused to believe that there's any trace of evil in this endless universe because evil was simply a construct of my feeble mind. always too careful to step beyond a line that doesn't exist, beyond which lay the pure bliss of material pleasure, baiting me to take more than I really want. Food for stomach, food for thought. Always too aware that all that I experience is an illusion, making it a battle between staying in the moment and keeping myself aloof from what's worldly, exhausting what's left of my sanity. Remember, the Mahadev always questioned the existence and his sanity and what seemed right in everything I saw, but had to keep a straight face because I had no reference, no law, no rule, or no leash to hold me. And the title of Mahadev, the Noble One, was the leash I gave myself to remove my own self from this causality. Shiva, the god of gods, the destroyer of evil, the man behind all of civilization, the first one to find the truth of life. Shiva, remember, was cursed with knowledge, so the rest of humanity could live in peace. Om Namah Shivaya.